Ever wonder what's the best way to pack all your gear to bring to a production on location? Is there some way to organize your gear so you can be as time efficient as possible? I'll try to answer these things in my video and I'll give you my thoughts. Maybe you'll pick up a tip or two, so let's go. In the beginning of my career as a solo filmmaker, I started to put together my first lighting kit. And of course, I needed a case for my fixtures. So I went out to my local hardware store and got myself this wooden case. It was big enough, but since it didn't have any wheels, I had to attach these myself to make it more convenient when hauling it around. But then it bugged me I couldn't fit some of my larger stands into this case. So after a year or so, saving up some money, I went out and got this proper KATA trolley. Super sturdy and well made, could really take a beating for sure. However, after getting my first C-stands, I quickly outgrew this trolley bag too, so now I went shopping for the absolute biggest trolley I could possibly find and got this behemoth of a case. So now mission accomplished, right? I could finally fit almost everything inside of this case. C-stands, poles, flags, scrims, lighting fixtures, panels, clamps, and a tiny tiny real estate. So now everything in my life was fine and dandy until I met the worst enemy of this case. The stairs. So after years of climbing way too many stairs with this huge case, I started to rethink my whole approach. I realized that lugging around every single tool I own to every production, big or small, was neither efficient nor sustainable. It was also breaking my back. So instead of hauling everything but the kitchen sink, I started planning meticulously for each production, packing only the essentials. This meant downsizing to smaller cases and bags tailored to each production, and suddenly the stairs were no longer such a nightmare. However, there was a downside to this approach. Because I only packed the items I needed for each specific production, my equipment ended up getting really disorganized when I unpacked everything. And some important accessories went missing. And then I had to spend way too much time just trying to find the tiniest, most crucial thing for the next upcoming production. And because all of the equipment was just tossed into the bag when packing without any organization, it became really hard to find things quickly when needed on set. So for me as a filmmaker that still has to go out by myself, shoot solo sometimes, it all boils down to this mantra: pack and store your gear in the smallest functional state possible. So let's say in this big old case where I have my Aperture 200X, what's the smallest functional setup for this light fixture? Do I need a softbox? The Fresnel? No, it's just this, the fixture itself and the power cable. That's it. The accessories will then be stored in their own labeled bags and pouches for quick and easy access whenever the upcoming production calls for it. So for each production, every equipment will be ready and packed and organized in a pouch or a bag, which I then can quickly grab and pack into a project case. Everything packed in a pouch or bag will also keep things stay organized inside this bigger case, not moving around and mixing things up. When it comes to cases, you have a couple of options. You have, for example, these rugged, virtually indestructible hard cases, and they can come in a variety of qualities and costs. They sure do protect your equipment if you get a proper one, but I tend to think they're a little bit overkill sometimes. I mean, this one empty weighs about 7 kilos, and that's 15 pounds in American freedom units. Instead of hard cases, I actually like these semi-hard cases much better. They're rigid enough to be stackable like hard cases, but much more lightweight. They're obviously not waterproof, so not that suitable for outdoor adventures. However, for my most expensive equipment, which is my camera, I once took this hard case and made some custom inserts by using my 3D printer. I created connecting parts and crafted these snug inserts by cutting foam core sheets. This ensured a perfect fit for my camera and accessories when assembled. But I don't use this hard case that much these days because I usually just need the camera and a lens. Why bring this whole bulky case if I'm positively sure I'm not going rafting?
I sure hope my camera's still dry!
My daily driver is this backpack from PGYTECH. It's called OneMo 2, 35 to 45 liters. I'm always carrying my laptop and iPad back and forth from work and home with this one, but it also has ample of space if I need to pack my camera, maybe go get some groceries or pack for a session at the gym. I love that it can expand instantly so I can carry 10 more liters just like that. I've had this for a couple of months now and I'm very impressed with it. It's extremely well made. I've been packing this to the brim numerous times and it didn't break a sweat even once. Everything is still intact and all the zippers are still working flawlessly. I give this 10 broken spines out of 10. But now you're thinking, after packing all that gear of yours and looking at this mountain of multiple cases going, I can't carry all of this by myself. That's why you should be getting a cart. Maybe one of these from Rock and Roller carts, which I used here on my upcoming psychological thriller, which I'm by the way soon releasing here on my channel, shameless plug. Or maybe even this foldable cart from Amazon. It takes up very little space in a car when folded. But what about stairs with so many cases? No problem. When you opt for smaller cases, you're essentially just trading maximum exhausting effort for more manageable load. Sure, it might take a bit longer to navigate those stairs a couple of times, but think of it as a mini endurance workout instead of the Incredible Hulk training bootcamp. So there it is, I hope this was helpful. Of course, I understand that this workflow of mine might not be for you in your situation, but please let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to hear your best solution for gear transportation. Let's share the knowledge. That's all I have for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!